life we live and lead is far, far different from the way we lived earlier. Now the living that what we have is all known for proving ourselves. We have to constantly perform, we have to constantly excel, we have to show results, we have to reach targets. So this kind of living, probably from the achiever's point of view, probably we get brownie points. But from the satisfaction perspective, from the fulfillment perspective, from enjoying the process perspective, we are not actually enjoying what we are doing. In fact, our life is similar to that of living inside a pressure cooker. The reasons for this kind of living, we can't attribute the reasons to external factors. The reasons all stem only from us. Psychologists, particularly people from cognitive behavioral science, have come out with a concept called self-limiting beliefs. There are three types of demands that all of us tend to have for ourselves. The first type of demand is called as self-demand. Second type of demand is called others' demand. Third type of demand is called societal demand. Let me give three use cases for these three types of demands. We'll take the example of Ramesh, who is considered to be an ace performer from the day one he joined. Not only he fulfilled the deliverables, but he always goes extra mile every time. He consistently exceeded the expectations of the manager, but he's not satisfied with what he has been doing. He always pushes his own envelope, he always stretches himself, he takes up more challenging assignments, not even thinking about his own health hazard that it causes, the kind of extra burden that he imposes on himself. He's not able to even have his own proper work-life balance. His health is going for a toss. All these things are all his own creation. The manager never expects him to burn the midnight oil every day, but he does it. And there is a constant need from his end, yes, I have to excel, I must excel at all costs. I should be the number one, I must be the number one in the company. That kind of must and should actually happen to be the precipitating reason for he showing that kind of behavior, the self-demand, that really made his life miserable. Let me go to the second one, the others' demand. Now I'll take the example of Ravi. Ravi is a 12th standard guy who has a decent marks across his entire academic life from say 1st standard till 12th standard. He happens to get closely 85 to 90% of marks, consistent grade, CGPA like that. But his parents wanted him to pursue engineering, whereas engineering is not the cup of tea for Ravi. Ravi as a person always finds interest and is more passionate about learning guitar, wanted to even invest his entire efforts in learning the music and all those stuff. But parents always say music will not fetch you enough money, you must only pursue engineering, that too computer science engineering, AI, machine learning, all those kind of stuff. Whatever the parents have learned from outside world started imposing that on the kid. So kid whenever started looking at the studies, immediately his mind actually goes to the music, guitar like that. But in order to satisfy his parents, since parents have done lot for him, he forced himself to study and then he got good marks and then he pursued engineering. But still engineering he did not show his full interest, commitment, everything. He passed the exam like that. So as a result of the parents' influence, he did not actually shine as an engineer. Had the parents really shaped his dream at the appropriate age, right? His life would have been far different. The others' demand actually made Ravi's life so miserable. Let me come to the third demand, the societal demand. Nowadays, we are all bombarded by social media postings and notifications like that, and everyone is judged by the possessions that what one have, or the vacation where they have chosen upon, exotic vacations they choose and have gone. Accordingly, the individual's status is being decided. As a result of this, a guy whom I am going to mention as the third case here, the case of Mohan. Mohan has got a limited source of income, where his flow of income is only from the job that what he is currently working. He does not have additional source of income. But having seen so many people going for exotic vacation, so many people having swanky cars and things like that, he also wanted to have that, because the society respects him only when he has that kind of pseudo thoughts that he has about that. And as a result of it, he started buying all those things by borrowing huge loans from the banks, and EMI really sucks, and as a result of it, he found it extremely difficult to maintain his day-to-day living, and he's in the verge of what I could say having deep depression, where he could not even make the payment. So the reason for all his sufferings are all, he only created the entire suffering for himself. He only digged the grave for his own, what I could say, downfall rather, right? He is the reason for his own misery. It's all imposed by the society. Society never asked him, persuaded, but he thought that having that will definitely enhance the image and reputation of him in the eyes of the people. He thought it, he erroneously thought it like that, and that has resulted and made his life miserable. So what I really wanted to urge all of you is, we should not become victim to all these three demands: self-demand, others' demand, and similarly societal demand. We can always excel, we can always succeed, we can always have possessions, nothing wrong. You should always convert that should and must to I prefer to have, I would like to have, I would like to excel, I would like to succeed, I prefer to go extra mile. If you have that kind of the inner language, then your life will not be miserable. You will be able to enjoy the present, and at the same time you will look forward to future also. So I want people to get over misery by removing must and should and oughts from their mental paradigms, and started coming out with prefer to do, love to do, like to do, that kind of language. If one substitute, then the life will be really enjoyable instead of miserable. In order to lead a miseryless life, the following 5 action ideas will really help. I will just enumerate all those 5 action ideas. Point number 1, be kind to yourself. Point number 2, stop comparing yourself to others and start showing gratitude for what you have. Point number 3, practice self-affirmation daily. Point number 4, practice mindfulness. Point number 5, reduce screen time. If you follow these 5 action ideas, there's a huge possibility for all of you to lead a life of fulfillment, happiness, and satisfaction. With a motto of inspiring minds and transforming people, Dr. Sabesan signing off.